Sorry, Regis. There's nothing in here.
A physical photograph. The Team, February 2067. Regis is probably the only person I know who'd want his picture on paper. I guess defacing a digital one just isn't the same. Got to wait till the AI lab have had their turn analyzing her. Then she's all mine. I don't even know where I'm going. I'd better download the case file Dr. Vargas's assistant sent me.
Ow! Hey, what was that? Wow, that's a lot of green. Excuse me.
Great, they finally sent someone. You here to get the body out?
Maybe. I'm Max Lau, cell case specialist.
No kidding. I'm the lab director, Dr. Zvidzai Chigwa. Make it quick, I'm busy.
What's your role here?
I'm the supervisor for the telepresence fact. Most of it's automatic. I just...
Sounds like a big responsibility.
It's a... TP is where management sticks people they don't want.
You're not happy with it?
For the last few years, my career has been... I'm just glad it's plateaued into some kind of...
What's the purpose of this lab?
Yes and no. There's a lot of research.
But in Newton...
Exact. They send the orders here.
What sort of
Mostly we make that.
Gee, thanks.
Sometimes it's the a lot of...
Must be awkward if...
And a...
Copy protect. Can you tell me what happened?
Baxter got killed.
In any more
When we started this afternoon, a whole lot of samples had been tampered with. We tried to call Baxter to find out what the hell was going on in the specimen bank.
And he didn't answer.
He didn't. Turned out the door to the specimen bank was locked.
You haven't seen...
No, not in person, if that's what you... We got the camera feed, but it was obvious that Baxter...
When did you last see him?
Guess...
So he could have been killed any time in the past.
I guess, but it wouldn't fit with everything else.
Aside from yourself, who else?
There's my intern, Martin Meester. If you meet him, it's easy to see why they put him in here. And until recently, there was Dr. Baxter.
Tell me about
He came over from Europe. He's young.
Good colleague?
He's all right. He got on board with that annoying... He knows how to follow instructions, so...
Is visa still active?
Dr. Lau, we do not employ undocumented illegals in this lab.
Just have to check. I'm sure you understand. Tell me about Dr. Baxter.
Oh, he was bad enough to work with in the 60s. As part of his parole, they stuck a governor in his head. Since then, it's like talking to a badly written synthetic.
You don't care for him a great deal.
That man killed Vicky. Frankly, he deserved what he got.
But you still work with him.
He worked for me. It was another part of his parole. Vickerman's management persuaded centralized government that his skills were going to waste in prison. The company wanted him supervised by someone who knew him. Hence, they dragged my sorry ass in.
What did you have him doing?
He organized the specimen bank. It's the kind of thing we could just leave him at for hours on end. Days, sometimes. Really, it could have just been done by the facility's AI, but I had to give him something.
Otherwise, you'd have to talk to him?
Exactly.
What happens in the specimen bank?
It's where the samples of plants and growth matrices are stored. There's a huge library of subjects to work with.
And that's where...
Yeah, I'll be on.
You've got a keen mind.
Hey, I'm not the You know what I think? I think Regis did what they ought to have done 20 years ago.
Why do you say that?
Seems logical. We've got him coming into the labs on security, then we got him coming out an hour later. When we get here, we've got Baxter's corpse.
Anything else?
Well, since we got in, we keep finding samples that have been tampered with. Looks like he spent his hour here messing up the genomes of our specimens.
That quickly?
If anyone was good enough to do it that fast, it'd be Charlie.
You seem preoccupied.
That obvious. We found a couple of specimens that Regis so I gotta run through the
Sounds straight.
Not when there's I could punt though. I want to.
You knew Regis?
Yeah, I was on a research Baxter.
You've apparently known him a long time. Does this seem like something Regis would do?
Oh, after what he did to Vicky, I tell you, if he did do it, I wouldn't blame him.
You think he did it, though?
I don't know. He was always kinda shady.
Tell me about it.
They made him do some real awful stuff out in the hot zones.
Such as...
Let's just say his escape led to a whole lot of people being jailed for war crimes.
What's been done?
He's used These are the last two I found.
May I have a look?
Do you think it'll...
Just a... Huh. Non-binary... quaternary data string?
What do you mean?
My wetware systems are interpreting the genomes of these plants as sections of an audio file. He's used the DNA to store information.
You think so?
It's incomplete. The two samples only make up a third of the data, but M and L, my initials? This can't be a coincidence. He's left a message.
What does it say?
Not sure yet. I could probably construct the whole message if I can find where he's hidden the rest of it.
Safe to say it's in the other plants he's engineered. Here, take this. You can sample DNA from the plants around the lab. If you run out of sampling cartridges, you can reload it at this console.
Thanks. How long would it take to sample everything in the lab?
Only a couple of years. We have over... You're better off looking for specimens that would fill the gaps in the clue he left.
What sort of research?
You mean with Charlie? You might not believe it, but we were the people behind
Central?
The same. Newton was looking for a Vargas put together a team, including...
Yuck me. Regis never mentioned anything about this.
It wasn't a happy memory. He left after we finished the project a few...
Huh. Might explain why he hates Central's guts. Why didn't the facility's CI detect Baxter's vitals suddenly failing? It's a potentially hazardous environment.
You were wondering that. This afternoon we noticed the monitoring system in the all hell broke loose when the CI suddenly realized what had happened.
So either you've got a technical fault with the software...
Which is unlikely given how much they cost.
Or someone breached the security systems to cover Baxter's murder. That gives me more hope. Regis would have no idea how to do that.
Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse...
Better not. It might... It's the DNA sampler Dr. Chigwa gave me. I need to take samples from plants I think Regis hid the rest of his message in. I've taken a DNA sample from it. figure out what any of these tools are for. Hi there.
Wondrous all lies ahead. What would the future yet to come?
My name's Dr. Max Lau.
Georgie promised a blow-by-blow.
You're not making any sense.
An evil engine of desire wrapped with
Are you alright?
a fox dramatic
I give up.
era of moral crisis. Funny.
Oh god, what a mess. Nothing unusual found on the body, Central. Estimation on time of death?
The climate control in the specimen lab is compromising your sensors. Ambient temperature is just above freezing.
Update, Central.
What is the situation, Dr. Lau?
Dr. Baxter is certainly dead. He's been decapitated, and not cleanly either.
His head has been removed.
More like destroyed. At a glance, this would be the most likely cause of death.
What is your estimation of the incident, Dr. Lau?
There's too much we can't say for sure. We don't know precisely when Baxter was murdered. We can't even be sure that this was the cause of death.
That is a fair assessment. A clearer picture will no doubt follow the autopsy.
Don't send in anyone yet. I still need to carry out a preliminary.
I understand. Continue your investigation of events surrounding the incident.
Understood. Lau out. I hope I can find something to get Regis off the hook. Nothing unusual?
What is your...
There's too much we don't know. We can't...
That-
Don't... I hope I can...
Warning. Security clearance not valid for access to Growth Lab. Vickerman Pharmaceuticals thanks you.
Hi there.
When will Plumber show them
What happened?
a fox dramatically sat?
I see. What's your role?
The light at the end of the tunnel would die for a grapefruit.
Uh-huh. I give up.
What time do we think we want it to be?
Excuse me, Doctor.
Make it quick.
I can't get into the airlock.
The airlock and the growth lab are secure areas. We grow potentially hazardous organisms beyond those doors.
I'm trying to conduct an investigation here. Don't make me get a warrant from Central.
I'm sorry, Central would likely agree with us. We can't just give anyone access to the growth lab.
Not even a cell agent?
I'd need a pretty damn good reason.
I wonder why
DNA's been used as a... Rather than on-off binary, DNA would be... If he just left a message on one of the systems, though...
Then someone could have just... Short of burning down the entire lab, they'd have no way to be sure that...
Especially since he scrambled so many of the other samples.
He needs to make sure it's found. And based on the layout... I tried talking...
Oh, never...
Isn't that treatable?
Oh, yes. It's what the kids are.
Crippling neurological...
Yes and no. They give themselves old diseases. It only lasts about a week.
And you let him do that?
He's not public-facing. And as long as it... I figure we all... Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse...
I'd better not. If I start taking every single specimen, I'll be... I've taken a DNA... taken a DNA sample from it. I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before I get...
Nihilism as
Alright, I won't touch it. It's the DNA sampler Dr. Chigwa gave me. I need to take samples from plants I think Regis hid the rest of his message in. There's nothing in here to sample. It doesn't have any DNA to sample. Looks like Regis didn't hide any data in that one. Looks like Regis didn't hide... Looks like Regis didn't hide any... It's the DNA. I need to take samples from I've taken a DNA sample from it. Better not lose.
only one parent quietly spat on the electric chair.
Alright, I won't touch them. I've taken a DNA sample from it. It doesn't... It's some kind of slime. Maybe I should just sample that. I've taken a DNA sample from it. It doesn't